What's up? What's up?
That's it.
Hey.
Good night. Good night. Happy New Year. Happy 2024.
Blessings, everyone. All right. All right, let me get on the big screen there. All right. Hey, blessings, everyone. Welcome to Minding My Business Personal Growth and Development Platform with Ian and Keyshawn. Okay. So we want to welcome you to our discussion tonight. Those of you who probably know us from the morning breakfast brew, we literally took a break from the breakfast brew, and we are back on. So it's in the night now, so there's no breakfast. But we are really, really excited. I believe that the time that we took off to now, a lot has changed, a lot has developed. Okay, and so we want to be sharing some things with you tonight in the area of growth and personal development. Well, Keyshawn is no stranger to us. Keyshawn, just show the folks out there.
Blessings, everyone. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. I know many persons are excited, ready to roll, ready for new information, ready for fuel for the fire, so that we could, have a successful, prosperous 2024. And I myself am sitting here and waiting and ready to learn, because as we say all the time, first you learn and then you earn.
Then we earn. Yeah. All right. So let's see who we have on tonight. All right, one of Vanessa is in the house. Vanessa, right? Wonderful. Mark, hey, Mark is in the house. All right, crypto something there is on. Dwayne. All right, Christian is in the house. Nicholas is in the house. Candice, hey, good to have you on. All right, Natalie, Jandel. All right, the folks are on. I'm seeing a lot of folks from the morning breakfast brew, Keyshawn.
Yeah.
That really, I know folks have been asking about when are we coming back on. All right. So before we jump into our session tonight, I want to just not piggyback, but pull on Keyshawn to really give us some update on some of the things that has been taking place. As I said before, we want to use this platform for personal growth and development in the area of faith, finance. We're going to be touching topics like paradigm shift, crypto. What's the next one? Bankers quotes, right?
Yeah, we're going to be doing
that. All right, so trading and things. So Keyshawn, go ahead and let us know what has been happening.
Yeah, definitely. We have been providing a software to the community whereby they can tap into the foreign exchange market, absolutely automated, so that they can actually put their money to make money for them without them. I mean, just of recent, we have been promoting and highlighting in Trinidad the significance of inflation. Like 2 days ago, I highlighted a fact about the TT dollar. Not certain if you saw it, sir. But according to the World Economic Forum, I believe, can't remember the exact citation, but they were highlighting that the TT dollar in the last 62 years was devalued by 6,800%. And they worked the math. So that is to say, if you had 100,000 of those paper dollars stored and secured anyway, today you would only have $14.70 $14.70 worth of purchasing power from every 100,000. Now, this is insane. I mean, even expand that to the point where you conceptualize 1 million TT. If you saved $1 million TT dollars in the last 62 years under your mattress, under your tomato garden, in the paper form itself, your purchasing power today would only be 147 TT dollars.
Okay. Wow.
That's insane.
Wow.
So, there's a lot of persons out there taking the safe and secure route, not trying to take any risk. My job is to tell persons not taking risks is a big risk.
Yeah. It is.
So, yeah, we have had a lot of success within the last couple of months, practically bringing that message and then providing them with a solution of the high frequency trading strategy where they can actually have a strategy to at least combat inflation on a day-to-day basis. Because whether you know it, whether you like it, inflation is sucking and eroding value right out of your dollars. And that message is primarily gauged to the people out there who are saying, hey, I'm fine with my 8 to 4, my 9 to 5. I'm not risk adverse. I'm not interested in taking extra risk. My job is to tell you the persons who are not taking risk is going to place themselves in the riskiest position, because what you don't use, you lose.
Wow.
Yeah.
So folks, you are hearing a snippet of some of the things that has been going on with bankers' codes and in terms of finance, and you're going to hear more about that because I know the momentum went to another level.
Yeah.
Since we when we started the morning breakfast brew to where we are now, it has literally took a whole different spin.
On fire.
We are here to on this platform. We're going to be here every Tuesday. Let me just run some things for you. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. We're going to be on this platform sharing personal development tips. We're going to be touching different topics, as I mentioned before, in the area of personal development, faith, finance, paradigm shift, mindset. You just name it. We're going to be touching it. And what we want to ask those of you who are on, if you haven't subscribed to the page, just click the subscribe button and let's take this up to another level. Also, as you're on tonight, when we are on the chat, we ask that you communicate with us on the chat so you can put your questions up, put your response up. Okay, we're going to ask you for your takeaway at the end. Let us know where you are coming in from. So before we jump into our session tonight, which is basically going to be on growth, personal growth, and organizing your life, we're going to be touching that tonight. I'm asking those of you who are on to communicate with us. Let us know what part of Trinidad, what part of the Caribbean, or what part of the world you are coming in from. Okay, so I just want to probably I may just shout you out, but just put it in the text there so we can know. I know Tobago is in the house. All right, I see I think Tuna Puna is in the house. That's in Trinidad. Santa Cruz is in the house. Grande is in the house. Samoa is in the house. Ah, wonderful. All right, just text it for us there. Point 14 is in the house. Antoinette from Point 14 is in the house. Faizabad is in the house. All right, wonderful. Again, San Fernando is in the house. All right, that's good. Okay, just text it there. Let us know where you are coming in from, because what we are doing on this platform, folks, we want to be able also to answer your questions. We want to get feedback from you. So we want to create a communicating network as we are sharing different points and sharing things, so you open up different aspects for you. Also, Sapari is in the house. Hey, Nicholas. All right, Nicholas is in the house. Ryan Singh, Diamond Village is in the house. Sapari again. Belmont is in the house. Santa Cruz is in the house. That's good. So we have Trinidad in the house. Right through we need to cross the waters. The water. All right. Also, those of you who are on, I want you to tag someone or text someone the link and bring them in. Let's take the numbers up, because I believe that information like this, we don't want to keep it to ourselves. Right. So let's run it again. If you haven't subscribed to the page, just click the subscribe button. Minding my business. Dr. Yenny Cummings. Also, tag someone, text someone, and share. Let them know that the morning breakfast blue slash we're not in the morning again, so we named it Minding My Business, personal development page. We are here to help you grow and develop. All right, Keyshawn, so let's jump into it. Now, I want our discussion tonight is literally going to be in the area of growth. When I say growth, I'm talking about personal growth, because I truly, and I want to press on this, that, and some of the quotes and things you may hear it already, but literally your growth is critical. Your personal growth. If you don't grow, you will not go. That's one. Number two, if you don't grow, then nothing that you put your hands to will go.
Correct.
If you do a proper evaluation of some of the things that you are involved in, you will realize most of the time the problem is not the idea. The problem is not the vision. The problem is the individual who has to carry the vision,
Correct.
carry the work. And what we have been seeing a lot of young people who are zealous and excited and really just want to, as we say, you want to make that paper, you want to get that money, you want to get that cash, you want to get that quick cash also. But there's a process in the journey.
Correct.
There's literally a process in the journey, and there are some things that is going to take time, which means there are things that you will have to learn. You will fall down, you will make mistakes, and the mistakes that you will make is going to be learning experience.
Definitely.
The learning experience. So it's good for us to go for the cash, go for the money, but let's focus on the growth. At the end of these sessions, every month, we want to be doing at least 2 workshops for personal growth, where we gather together for discussions and help you grow, help you develop to move from good to great. Okay? Keyshawn, just jump in and touch on that for a little bit before we jump in.
Definitely. I mean, today, funny enough, myself and Ansel had a conversation, and we spoke about something we actually heard from you. We remember hearing you say, successful people create success. Mm-hmm. And many persons may hear that and not understand what that means. You see, what people fail to realize is that successful people have success in any environment, in any or under any circumstance.
Yes.
Successful people have success in good times. Successful people have success in bad times. Successful people have success between good and bad times. You see, many persons actually think success is just the equivalent of good environment.
Yeah.
But when you study the principles of success, we have found and we have realized through process, through sacrifice, through learning before earning, when you study the stories of all of the massively successful persons, they actually had success most times in bad times, sometimes in good times, and sometimes in not so good times. And the fact is, I am certain every single unforeseen, unfortunate circumstance that someone is using to justify why they can't or won't have success is the exact same reason somebody else right now is actually drawing and pulling on the unforeseen, the unfortunate as the actual reason as to why they're gonna have success. And as you rightfully taught us, some time ago, to have success, you have to study success so that you could become a success, and then appreciate that only successful people become a success. It doesn't matter the environment. It doesn't matter the circumstance. And that really brings us to the point of possessing an understanding of how to become a success, so that anywhere you're placed, in any environment, in any form or any fashion, any storm, you can create a success.
Right. That's it.
But it takes sacrifice. It takes time to learn before you earn.
That's it.
Like, it's 2024. So much persons right now have a big, nice list of achievements.
Yes.
And just last week, I told my team, right parallel to your list of what you want to achieve should be the list of what you're willing to sacrifice.
Wow.
Because there's no success without sacrifice.
Absolutely. There's no success without sacrifice.
Run
that again, Kishore.
There's no success without sacrifice. Everything we have right now that we consider to be a success, from the roof on our head, the car that we drive, the money to pay for the rent, the money to pay for the mortgage, it's a physical manifestation of the sacrifices made last year or the year before, or the sacrifices made from our parents or our foreparents.
Okay.
So if you want to create something in the future, especially 2024, yes, I know you have a big, broad list. I want to make $1 million. I want to be financially free. I want to have joy. I want to have happiness. I want to have peace. Great. Right next to what you plan to create, what do you plan to give up to attain it?
That's it. You know, as you mentioned that Keyshawn. I think it's something I said on Sunday in the session we had Sunday in Pleasantville.
Sarah, yeah,
Amazing. It's amazing how people will make the sacrifice to go to work for people.
Correct.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
Okay.
wrong.
But if you are working 8 hours for Caesar or 8 hours for John Paul, then what are you willing to do for yourself in terms of work on yourself?
Exactly.
And it is something I heard one of those motivational speaker spoke about some years ago. Not Les Brown, the big strong guy. What's his name? The white guy.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robinson. Yeah. Tony Robinson said that. He said he started to look at the time he was putting in for other people, to make other people rich, to make other people successful. When he came home, he was tired. And he realized, guess what? He had to make a sacrifice.
Correct.
To work on himself. Else you're going to find you spending years, 20 years, 15 years, 10 years, working for a company, making other people successful and rich, and you are not working on yourself.
Exactly.
Okay. With that said, all right, I want to touch the first point tonight. If you are going to grow, you must organize your growth.
Yes.
I'm going to say it again. If you are going to grow, you must organize your growth. Organize your growth. And according to John Maxwell, on the book on 15 Infruitable Laws of Growth, he dealt with that. We dealt with that, and I might touch on some of that here on tonight. He talked about the laws of growth. And one of the first statement he made in that book, he said, growth is intentional.
Correct.
Growth is intentional, which means it's not going to happen automatically. It's not going to happen if you're even putting yourself in the right environment, even connecting to the right mentors, even listening to the right thing. There are some things that you will have to do intentionally. Growth is intentional. Sorry. So my first point is, what are you going to grow? If you're going to grow, you must organize your growth. So let's talk about organizing growth, because one of the things I look at young entrepreneurs and young guys coming up, okay, and the challenge as young business people coming up, excited, as I said before, excited to get the bag, excited to get that cash, excited to make the 100,000. One of the challenge is, listen to this challenge, the challenge of self-discipline for self-improvement. That's the challenge. Self-discipline for self-improvement. So you got to be willing to work on yourself. I want you to drop something in the chat there for me if you want to this discussion here tonight. The journey just starts. So Keyshawn, give me something there.
I mean, I can say, and I can attest to the fact that for my first 8 years in my space, in my industry, for the first 5 years at least, I can't say I earned any significant amount of money, but definitely I was enriched with value in the form of information, value in the form of information, value in the form of connecting with others who had success, and just being able to possess an understanding of how they see things. I remember listening to one of my mentors, and he said, many persons go to the massively successful people and they go with their hands open rather than their heads open. And what persons don't understand is, if you want to create,
let me. I'm Keisha. You can't drive by with that just like that. Let's pull that back.
He said, most people go to massively successful people not with their heads open, but their hands open. Yeah. And they go to them with their hands open because they're here to see what they could get. Right. And nothing is wrong with going to see what you can get. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's what you came to receive. And if you came to receive something in your hand, more than likely you're gonna eat for a day. But if
Yes.
you came
Yes.
to receive something in your head,
Yeah.
more than likely you're gonna be empowered to eat for a lifetime.
Oh, yes, yes,
So
yes.
I mean, is the distinction between giving a man a fish and teaching him how to fish, and it really starts with your approach to somebody that has success. If you
Hmm.
go to somebody with success and your hand is open, you'll get a fish. But if you go to the exact same person with your head open, then you're
Ooh.
open to possess an understanding of how things work.
Keyshawn. That's you know. I like to go to the good book.
I know we're going there.
That's a biblical concept in
Correct.
terms of how God does things,
Mhm.
because He drops it in your head first, not in your hand.
Exactly.
Okay, there's a scripture. There's a scripture in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8. It says that to the children of Israel, He gave them power to get wealth. Listen to me. And the word power there is ideas, insight, and foresight. So
Correct.
so literally, and that's why I'm saying that is so powerful. I hope you folks are on. I want you to catch these stuff that we are dropping here for you. Okay, it's gonna come in your head first, but most, as Kishon said that most people, when they connect to someone that is great or someone that can open a door, or a mentor, they come with their hands open first.
Yeah.
But the concept is you come with your head open.
Exactly.
And I'm saying it's a biblical concept
Correct.
because God literally give you ideas and insight.
Mhm.
Kishon, you're touching some stuff here. This is, I mean, we just start. This is just start, and you're already getting. We jumping inside. Let's see what some of the folks are saying. Let's see
Yeah,
what I want to share. I'm going to share something with you based on what you just shared, from Psalm 23, which most of us know Psalm 23.
for sure. One
As
of
a
my
child growing up,
favorite song.
yes. Let's hear what some of the folks are saying there. Just give us some feedback. I see Barbados is in the house. That's it. Labra is in the house. Okay, give us some feedback there. What do you think so far? Now, based on what you said, and what you said was so powerful, because we are dealing with growth, development, discipline. Okay, and this Psalm 23 that most of us know, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. All right. There's a part of the psalm say that He anointed my what?
Head
Head,
with oil.
not your hands.
Correct.
Okay, head. And in a teaching, I spoke about a Jewish concept,
Mhm.
because the Hebrew people believe that in your, Kishore, listen to this, they believe that in your head there's a soul, and in the soul there's a mind, will, and knowledge.
Correct.
So the reason why it's your head first, because the idea is going to come in your head. And the concept is, I think you remember this concept, Kishon, the head,
The
the
heart
heart,
and the
and then
hand.
the hands.
Yeah.
Okay, then the hands. So when you come with an open mind, a mind of receptivity,
Correct.
to be able to receive, as we push forward. Open head, ideas, and insight. All right, Jandel, wonderful. That's it right there. That's it right there. Okay, so let's pump again. So I'm saying that the challenge, I'm going to run it to you again. The challenge, as young entrepreneurs, young business people coming up who are excited, right? The challenge is, you have the challenge of self-discipline for self-improvement,
Yeah.
because now you must improve yourself. But the challenge is, you find with most individuals, is the discipline of self, the discipline to improve self,
Mhm.
the discipline to read the book, the discipline to do the affirmation, the discipline. What are some of the disciplines, Keyshawn, that you had to follow on your journey? Just share it with us.
Definitely reading books.
All right.
Definitely being present in all seminars. And I
Mm.
and I remember my mentor saying, be present in all seminars. Because in the space of entrepreneurship, theoretical learning is a part. You read the right books,
Yeah.
but nothing can replace a practical experience. I can tell you some of my greatest breakthroughs in entrepreneurship came from looking at a mentor do a particular task because I was able to see him while he was in his element. It's almost like I was in his presence or in his energy. So one of the greatest things, at least for me, in terms of growth and development, additional to reading the theoretical knowledge, was always ensuring that I'm present, being present, being there, not missing a meeting. And we were told that when we got started as well, because, you know, sometimes if you have been in the space 2 years, 3 years, 4 years and learning, the skill sets that could very well be developed more than likely needs to be developed in the presence of someone who's already developed in the area.
Okay.
Sport is a very good example. Right. I could give you a theoretical book to kick a ball from now to next year, and yes, you may be able to internalize it, conceptualize it, but until you see me do it.
Okay.
And I played professional football. There are many ways to touch the ball. I can tell you that I could not have learned if I read in a book.
Wow.
I simply had to be in the presence of someone that already had the skill set, and I learned from seeing them do the execution. Entrepreneurship is just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, folks, I mean, you're hearing these concepts. I hope that you are jotting down. Remember, the live is going to be on the YouTube page. Those of you who are on for the first time, probably subscribe to the page, follow us, because we're going to be on here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Minding my business, personal development, and growth. Let's continue. Now, as I said before, the challenge of self-discipline for self-improvement. Okay. Now, I want you to write this down. Those of you who are on there, just text it or write this down. Self-discipline for self-improvement. Right? I want you to leave with that. I want you to leave with that. Self-discipline for self-improvement. The challenge for most people, the average, most people, in fact, all right, finds it difficult to submit himself or herself to discipline to achieve self-improvement. That's a big challenge. That's a big challenge. How many of you, those of you are on, probably are experiencing a challenge in that particular area? Okay, a challenge in that particular area. The next question I want to ask you, I want to throw to you on there is, what are you doing to develop yourself? What are you doing to develop yourself? Because I'm Keyshawn, and I've seen it a lot. You hear individuals talking about, they talk about Tom, they talk about this person, they talk about the guys on the internet, talk about, but let's talk about ourselves. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about me. Actually, what are we doing? Okay, so we can look at all these individuals around from different countries, but each one of us, there's something unique in each one of us. And as I always say, that there's a gift. Identify what you have on the inside. Then now, as you identify that, you begin to become skillful in it.
Exactly.
When you become skillful in it, you begin to perfect it. Then you master it. Now that's the process. That's a process there by itself.
Correct.
That's literally a process by itself. What it is that you have. So one of the things, as a question I asked, what are you doing to develop yourself? I want you to answer that question. Write it down. What are you doing to develop yourself? And in order to fully answer that, you begin to look at yourself in the particular areas that you need to develop. So if you literally do an evaluation in the particular areas, you may literally come up with at least 10 to 15 areas, 10 areas. So you make a list, okay? The areas that you want to develop. Then when you go and you take a look at the list again, then you probably let it boil down to about 10. Let it boil down, cut down to 5. Yeah. I'm sharing some things with you. When it boils down to 5, you look at it, and out of that 5, you take 3, and you begin to work with it.
Exactly.
Okay? Because literally, All right, somebody give me something there. Why is that?
Balloons.
literally, you cannot focus on the 10 areas.
Yeah.
But if you at least focus, find out one of the areas, take one. Let's say, you know, we tell folks this, Kishon, and I want to touch this. So you are working with someone who are literally, they are not working on any area of their life. And for that person to even work with 3 is a challenge.
Yeah.
So we ask that you find one area in your life that needs developing. One, just one. Start with one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And focus on that. So my question is, what are you doing to develop yourself? Probably, are you taking a course? Are you reading? Are you connected to someone with value who doing the same thing that you want to do?
Exactly.
Because for those of you who are literally into business, and I know that, and I'm saying this because I'm speaking from this point, because for those of you who you're connected to a business, you're pushing the business, you're doing marketing, and you want to make that money, you make that money. I am saying to you, begin to focus on yourself. While you work the business, take time and focus on developing yourself, because your business is only going to grow at the level of your growth.
Exactly.
It is going to only grow at the level of your growth. Okay? All right, Kisha, before I go jump in there, let me see what the folks are saying. All right, I mean, self-discipline for self-improvement, wonderful. Mark, self-improvement is necessary for your personal growth, wonderful. All right, true. Okay, go ahead, Kisha.
Definitely. When taking a look at the allocated time for your growth and development, take a practical view of how much dedication goes into your job, and then compare it with your allocated time that goes into your growth, and have a realistic expectation of the rewards. If you have more time being poured into somebody else's job than you're pouring into your own growth, you can't have an expectation of earning yourself $1 million while putting less time into you when you compare to the amount of time you're pouring into somebody else's business. So you need to have a realistic expectation with the allocated time that you create with your schedule.
Yes, yeah.
Because there are persons who dedicate 10 hours a day to their boss, 12 hours a day to their boss, 8 hours a day to their boss, and 2 hours a day for themselves, 3 hours a day for themselves. But on paper, they have an expectation of making $1 million from their business, and they're fine with their boss just paying them a couple thousands.
Wow,
let's be practical. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
If you have the expectations to earn 7 figures, but you're pouring your oil, right, into somebody else's cup, more than you're pouring your oil into your own cup, and then you need to balance your expectations. There's nothing to be depressed about at the end of the month, as we always say.
Yes.
Don't be sad or mad for the results you didn't create with the work you never did.
Woo! Results for the work that you never did. That's strong there, Kishon. That's strong there. Yeah. You know, while you were making that statement, I've known individuals who, I'm talking about individuals who are gifted, who are skillful, who are making millions and thousands for the company. Okay. Yet they are not, they really don't want to step out now and begin to work for themselves.
Yeah.
And the challenge, so I asked myself, why is that? And there are a lot of reasons we could come up with. Being comfortable, don't want all that hustle, and just comfortable with a 8 to 5, 9 to 5, whatever. and there are people who are comfortable. But one of the challenge I looked at, Keyshawn, is fear.
Fear, correct.
It's fear. Fear to fail, fear to step out, because you walk away. You're walking away from a comfort.
Yeah.
You're walking away from shore, as shore could be, right?
Security.
You're walking away from that to step out literally in the unknown. And for many individuals, that's a challenge.
Yeah.
So someone will rather stay in a comfort zone that is broke than to step out in the unknown, all right, where there's impossibilities.
Yeah.
When they step out. Because stepping out is, you're going to only know when you step out there, Keyshawn.
For sure.
Yeah. No, this is I would say the trick in it. The trick is when you're looking, you're seeing dark. And it's only when you step out, then the step will appear.
Correct. Only when you jump, the parachute appears.
Yes, only when. And it's a challenge for a lot of people, because they want to see that it's on their back. They want to see the step is there. They want to see step one, step. They want to see. And most of the time, you just move with an idea, move with a word, you trust the vision, and you step out. And only, let me say it again, it's dark. And only when you step out, the step will appear.
Correct.
Who is going to step out? And there are some folks will only step out when they see the step. But there are some folks who will say, listen to me, I believe what's in my heart. I believe that idea. I'm going to step out.
Correct.
I'm going to step out. So the first question I ask you, what are you doing to develop yourself? And you can put it up there for us. What are you doing to develop yourself? Then the next one is, you cannot give what you don't have. It's serious.
Yeah.
Okay? You cannot give what you don't have. So you have to develop yourself, build yourself, make sure you have something to give, because you cannot give what you don't have. So your self-development and your self-growth, self-discipline for that is critical. You must have something to give. What do you have to give?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So understanding the growth process, all right, about self-development and developing yourself is critical. Understanding the process or the laws of growth, and understanding about development of yourself. Sit down and do that evaluation, even when you jump off this live tonight. Okay? Because as I said before, I've seen folks are excited to make that money, excited. Right? And the thing is, as we spoke about a couple of times, Keyshawn, we spoke about the laws of money. You make it, but can you manage it? And the management aspect now is there are things that you have to learn.
Exactly.
To learn, to keep it, to manage it, to structure it, to invest it. And there are some people, the problem is not making it, but can you manage it? To manage it, there are skill sets that you will have to learn.
Correct.
Are you willing to learn those steps? Sorry, go ahead, Keyshawn.
Definitely. I have a question for you.
So I see that is on continuous self-improvement. Good to have you on the.
Yeah.
Rachel is on. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's where growth begins. That's true, Rachel. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Okay. Too much of us are comfortable. You remember that quote we say, Keyshawn, your comfort zone is what?
Broke zone.
Your comfort zone is your broke zone. All right, let's see this health first. All right, and see what you have there, but wash hands. Okay. Cindy, true. Okay. Yeah, go ahead with that question.
The question popped into my mind that we just started not too long ago, and it's on the slogan, minding my business. Why did you select minding my business? Just for us to get an idea as to the concept, the philosophy behind it. Because I am utmost certain, coming from you, it has a significant distinction, obviously. So
The first thing I would say, the name is self-explanatory. All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
But literally, while there was a time in my life, literally, I help a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of things for people, and I reached a point where when I look at myself, I would find myself being depleted, exhausted. When you help people, you also realize, hey, they learn their stuff, they pack up and leave.
Mm,
And it was I think is 3 years ago. I sat down and just a thought just dropped up in my spirit.
yeah.
Mind your business. And
Mind it.
minding your business is not as the Pico Macoin kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's literally minded. You see, like how you have minding,
Correct.
all right, which means put structure and order and develop yourself.
Take care. Mm-hmm.
Take care of your stuff. And when and I will tell you this, I'm going to share with you, Keisha. Thanks for asking that question. I'm going to share with you what birthed out of that. I started to look inward. All right. And I wrote a quote here. Didn't even know you were going to ask me that question. All right.
You know me.
And here the quote is a quote by Les Brown. It
Right.
says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside cannot do you any harm.
Yeah. Powerful.
Read it again for some folks.
Yeah.
It's by Les Brown. Okay. It says, if there's no enemy within, then the enemy outside cannot do us any harm. So I started to look on the inside when I started to decide to put structured order to my business.
Makes sense.
I started to look at the skill set and the gifts that I had, Kishon.
Mm-hmm.
I started to look at the books and the courses and all those stuff. I was literally doing an inventory.
Right.
When I began to look in, and I started to realize that there's more for me than there were against me.
Understood.
Okay. The books I had probably almost about 30 courses. I had mentoring, I had books and stuff. I had things structured. And out of that now was birthed the school I started, Minding My Business Kingdom School.
Understood.
And out of that also came Minding My Business, the name.
Makes sense. Powerful stuff.
So what I'm sharing with those of you who are on is I'm not sharing just some fictitious thing. When I tell you, sit down and write it down. Okay, what I started to do courses with Bud Proctor, the late Bud Proctor.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I connected to one of my friend, financial advisor. Terrell Cummings.
Yeah.
Okay, and our relationship literally helped me to grow to another level. His mindset, his values, because connecting to a mentor, I'm telling you, was critical.
Correct.
So I did it. I did an introspection, all right, inventory. I began to look at myself, and I started to mind my business.
Powerful. I know that helped some people here on this call tonight. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And somebody listening, you have to mind your business.
Exactly.
You have to sit down, do that inventory, look at yourself, see what you have. Okay. And I want to share this with you, Keishon. When I did that, the first course I did, listen to me, we had approximately about 95 people in that course.
Wow.
95 people in that course. All right. And it was an upward journey after that. Okay. So folks, this is what this platform is all about. All right. And again, connecting with Keishon, Keishon's story connecting with me.
Correct.
It
was a process.
It was a literal process.
Literally.
And here we are, great minds think alike and connected. What we share, the passion, if you follow Keishon on TikTok, on Instagram, the consistency, the discipline, the passion, getting to know Keishon is a whole, like a machine. His mind like a machine, his drive. It's power. If I think about someone that is passionate, have a desire and a drive, I think about Keishon. Really, really, really. And I think us coming together, the combination is really, really unique.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm a thinker, I'm a teacher, All right. And when we come together, it's really, really amazing. All right. So Keyshawn, that's the personal testimony.
Appreciate.
All right. So, sorry. So the next question we have, for those of you on the next question, all right, share, comment. Again, if you haven't subscribed to the page, text someone. Remember also, the session is just up for an hour. So not too long, not too short, just 1 hour in and out. All right. Okay. All right. See that I put up there. Yep. Minding the business. That minds you as well. Yeah, what did I put? Minding the business, mind you as well. Oh my God. Yes. Wonderful. That's cool. Great stuff, guys. All right. That's good. This is Dexter, super something Dexter. Wonderful. Good to have you on. All right, Cindy and Joseph. All right. I told my husband that's my motto, minding my business. All right. You know, let me just plug this in here. You know, someone said, Dr. Cummings, you get it from Patrice Roberts. And I said, no, I said, my business was registered before that song came out.
So she got that from you then.
Yeah, literally. My business was registered before that. I think it was probably about a year and some 2 years before that song came out. I was minding my business before. He wasn't drinking no water too. All right, guys. All right. So those of you on again, just share your comment, text. Let us know what you think about this session tonight. All right. We have some new points to give you again. All right. So the question is, let me run back the question. The first one I asked you is, what are you doing to develop yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Sit and ask yourself that question. What are you doing to develop yourself? Many of you that are on here, you are gifted, you are skillful. Each one of us have something that's unique. But as John Maxwell said, as I said before, growth is not automatic, it is intentional.
Correct.
Because so you will find people, connect to the right people, you're in the right environment for years, but why it is you are not successful? Why it is you are not growing? Ask yourself that question. Are you implementing or applying the knowledge, the teaching, the instructions that you are getting? Mm-hmm. Okay. One of the things that I say this a lot when I connect to my mentor, when I connect with them and in their presence, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm not talking. I'm not trying to prove anything.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm just there ready. My phone is recording and I'm taking notes. Okay, because you have to know when you're in the presence of greatness.
Exactly.
Okay, you're a student. That's the teacher. I'm ready to learn. That's the mindset that you must have in this season.
Funny enough that you mentioned that. Right. Sorry to interject, but you know, I just had to stick this in. I mean, I went to church when it was about 2 weeks ago. I think I made mention to that. And at the time, you know, Apostle was actually speaking about mentorship, and he highlighted to everyone who's being mentored, please don't try to mentor your mentor. Just had to chuck that in.
That's bars right there. Don't try to mentor your mentor.
Yeah.
Somebody said I want to learn Forex. You're on the right platform. You get information for that. Awesome, eye-opening, wonderful. What are your skills? What are your gifts? What are your talents? All right, let's go. So, what you cannot give what you don't have. Okay, that's the next one I said. What do you have? You must have something to give.
Correct.
Develop yourself. Identify your skill set, your gift set. Identify it. Look within. You must have something to give. You must have something to teach. Mm-hmm. You must have something to give. You must have something to teach. That is when I began to look in, Keyshawn. I had something to give. I had something to teach.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. And then, do you have a plan for personal development? What is your plan for personal development? You know, we start this year, 2024. You know, we have dreams, vision, goals, and that. But do you have a plan for personal development? I want to challenge those of you who are on. Get a plan for personal development.
Correct.
And we give you a snippet of some of the things that you can do. Make a list in the areas that you need to grow, you want to grow in. Because you know yourself. You know your weakness, you know your strength. And these areas could be academic, it could be spiritual, it could be emotional, it could be relational, it could be finance, it could be fitness. Grow, you have to grow.
Have to grow.
And you can break down the growth in particular areas. Okay? And I'm just giving you that so you can narrow down the concept if you begin to put it down on paper to look at it, so that it could be more realistic when you take it from your head and you put it down on the paper.
Exactly.
Okay? And many of us, we have a lot of stuff in our head, but you got to move it from your head. And one of my mentor, which is the late Bob Proctor, said to us, he said, move it from your head, Ian. Move it from your head. Get it on the paper. Get it on the paper. And I remember I said this to you, Kishore, every day, 15 minutes, write it down. Every day, write it down, write it down. Restructure it, go back, look at it again, write it down. And I think that for this first month here, this is what majority of us should be doing. Get it down on paper, write it, look at it again, spend some time. Next morning again, with a cup of coffee, sit down, relax, look at it again, write it, envision it. Okay, because it got to be clear. It got to be clear. Like I said on Sunday, you don't get what you want, you get what you picked here. You have to see there before you go there. Okay, and if you cannot see there, then you cannot reach there.
Exactly.
So having clarity of your vision, having clarity of it is really, really critical for your development. And all the stuff that we share with you in terms of personal development and writing it down, it gives you a clearer picture of the vision in front of you with clarity. And somebody asked the question, they said, why that clarity? Why you need to write it down? Because when you begin to pursue and you go for it, you don't want to be distracted.
Exactly.
Because there could be options of camouflage coming to you. And if you are not sure of what it is you're going after, you will make a lot of detours on the road to your destiny.
Correct.
You will get distracted on your road to your destiny. This is why a lot of people, they're pursuing, but bam, distraction. Write it down. It's Bishop Jakes that said that. He said, write it down. If it's not written, it's not real. Never forget that, Kishore.
Exactly.
I'm talking about up to years ago. He said, if it's not written, it is not real. Okay. The next question I want to give you is, what are you doing to develop others? Yeah. Because the challenge also is, as you begin to develop yourself, always have somebody you are developing.
Yeah.
It could be one person. It could be someone in the community, a young person, but you must be pouring into. Get somebody to practice on.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's good, Baz. You want to share something, Kishore?
I mean, definitely think. As Mark typed in the comments there, the word ink is actually inside of the word think.
Wow.
As you think it, you ink it. It's the crystallization of thought in accordance to the exact science of success. Because as you think, which is a thought, you ink. What you do is you bring your thought into the first realm of reality. Reality.
Think it and ink it.
Yeah, it's a law. It's a success law.
Right. My God, look, awesome is on. Awesome.
Look awesome.
Awesome. Say, write it down. Clarity. That's it. Write it down. If it's not written, it's not real. All right. Mark said, think it and ink it. Woo. Folks, listen to me. Kishore, I don't know, but I know we wanted something. We wanted something. Really wanted something. All right. Really wanted something. So the question we have about 2 minutes again. Next week, please God, remember Tuesday we're going to be back here same time again. Subscribe to the page if you haven't subscribed, so you can know when we are coming on. You can get the messages, stuff like that. Share the link with somebody. Okay, we're not in any hurry. We are here to discuss. Share. We're going to come back next week. We're going to continue with some of these points. The last point I dropped with you was what? What are you doing to develop yourself? So you know the drill. Those of you who are on, share, text us. What is your takeaway for this session tonight? What is your takeaway? You have Dana, you have Awesome. Just share with us your takeaway. What is your takeaway? What is your takeaway? Right? Remember, we started talking about the challenge is discipline for improvement.
Yeah.
Discipline for improvement. That's the challenge with a lot of young business people that is coming on. All right. And I'm sure we're connected to a lot of folks coming in because of the business opportunity that we present.
Yeah.
Okay. And folks are excited, but I want you to be excited to learn.
Correct.
Learn. What is it? Learn before you earn.
Learn before you earn.
Learn before you earn. Okay. All right. Just share your takeaway. What it is. Rachel said, let's deal with some of the takeaway. Rachel says, write the vision and make it clear. Yeah. All right. Habakkuk, wonderful. You have a Bible scholar there tonight. Write it and make it clear. Okay, awesome. My mentor, I made it. Okay, somebody's bringing up awesome. Your mentee's on. All right, Joel said very informative and clear. Thanks, Joel. Wonderful. Good to have you on. All right, Max said to come with your head open and not your hands. Oh, that's it. Kisha, take it that going one time there. Come with your head open, not with your hands open. Yeah. All right. But let me not go there. All right, Nigel Montano is on. Wonderful. Good to have you on. Mind building. Okay. Nigel said mind building. Wonderful. Cindy said my takeaway is to write it down and focus in. Folks, don't let this session be just a session with information, but from information there must be application.
Correct.
Have a desire to grow. Have a passion. And with that desire, I want you to add passion to grow. Be passionate about growth. Be passionate about personal development. Okay? Don't connect to greatness and be in the room of greatness and then come out last. No. No. That's that. Let me say this right here. That's witchcraft. Listen to me. That's witchcraft. That's witchcraft. Don't be in an environment of greatness and success.
Yeah.
Great people and you come out last.
Wow.
Right? That is witchcraft on your own self. Nobody didn't do that witchcraft to you. You
yeah.
do witchcraft to yourself. Okay? Time to mind my business. Antoinette said time to mind my business.
Yeah, that's my takeaway as well. Mind your business.
yeah, mind your business. All right, Super Dexter 83 says, all right, my takeaway tonight, not only envision it mentally, but also write it, self-doubt. Okay, wonderful management of money. I mean, a lot of things that we have here, Keyshawn, the folks are putting up here. All right, Donna says, takeaway, be disciplined, focus, bring clarity to your thought by thinking most of all, take action, take the first step. All right. Now you hear me mention Donna here. We gotta bring Donna on a session here. I'm not gonna say who she is.
Right.
yeah. But she has a lot of stuff. I'm telling you, she has a lot of stuff she carries a lot. She's sitting in a great position too.
Right.
Financially, yeah. All right. So she's someone that you really want to come on and share some stuff on the platform. So that is what we're going to be doing. All right. So folks, again, let's share this again with you. So the concept is taking this into the studio. So probably our next session, we're going to be in the studio.
Right.
Okay. Where we have that live. All right. We have with mic and all that stuff. We take it to another level. All right. Management of money. Okay. Start minding my business. Wendy say, okay, wonderful. All right. Keisha, what's your takeaway?
Minding my business is my takeaway. And well, before the new takeaway is being in the environment and coming last is witchcraft.
Charlene is on. Good to have you on, Charlene. Application is important. Wonderful, Charlene. Wonderful. All right, folks. So we are at the end. I want to thank everyone for coming on. Remember, I want you to subscribe. Just click the subscribe button and begin to follow us so the numbers can go up. Also, we're going to be back on next week, Tuesday, same place, same time. We're going to continue on the same topic as we go forward. And also, if there's a topic that you think that we should share, let us know so we could share some light on it for you. If you have questions that you have, also leave a comment on the video when you subscribe. Leave a comment on the video on this, so we can create some movements. All right, Keyshawn, thanks again. All right. Blessings. You know my quote, stay blessed and don't ever stress.
Yes, sir. Have a great one. Thanks a lot.
Wonderful.
Appreciate it.
All right, wonderful. You all take care. All right, blessings, everyone. Take care. All right, so share the link when you come off. Share the link on Facebook, Instagram. All right, share it on WhatsApp. Just share the link while you are coming off. Okay, blessings. Take care, and don't ever stress. It's going to be really, really amazing. I know this session was really, really informative. I was literally blessed too by this session. Okay, so see you next week, same place, same time. Shalom.